Hey team, this is Luke with Crusader Machining. Welcome back for another fantastic Friday video. And today, as you can see, we were in front of the Swiss machine again. To expand on last week's video, if you didn't check it out, go watch it. We're going to cover more about Swiss. Do you want to learn about bar feeds and guide bushings and how we do it? Watch this short, awesome, fantastic video. Now, to recap, last week we did an introductory video on Swiss machines. As I call them, sliding headstock. I got a bunch of messages asking questions about two main things, bar feed and what is a guide bushing. So we're going to cover that today, the guide bushing, what they are, how they work, and the bar feed, how it works, how does it function, and maybe a couple other things depending on whether or not we have time. But I want to clear something up. In my video, I said about the origin of the name Swiss. And I should have known because my watch is not a Rolex, although I don't wish it was. My wife bought me this one and I love it. I wear it every day to think of her. A Citizen watch. So someone commented in my video saying, well, the origin of Swiss was because Swiss watchmakers needed a machine precise enough. And I can't recall who that was that said that, but I'll find it. But they're right. Swiss watchmakers needed a machine to make their small, intricate parts Swiss. Let's dive right in. Here's our guide bushing. And I hope this isn't difficult to hear or difficult to see. Yeah, I'm over here. Ow. This is our guide bushing. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pop that out. What I like to do is I'm going to give a temporary lock to the spindle and then we're going to pop it out. Bear with me for a moment. Now that it's loose, we use this tool to help pop it out, kind of like a slide hammer of sorts. There is our guide bushing cartridge. Let's talk about it. So we have our guide bushing out. And I'm not going to loosen it and adjust it, but there's a set screw in the front, a little 3mm right there, that loosens this pinion gear. It's a pinion. See that there? This gear goes all the way through up into that number 4 right there. So you loosen the set screw, and then with that number 4, as you turn the number 4, it turns this pinion, which in turn turns this gear. And on the inside of it, our guide bushing is on a taper like a normal collet. Those of you folks that have put in and out collets know that you have that taper and spring steel. That's what tightens and sets your tension. So as you tighten the pinion, this gear moves, that's threaded onto the back of the guide bushing, and it'll either draw the guide bushing up into it, making it tighter, or pull it out, making it looser. That's how this works. You loosen it, pop it out, put your guide bushing in, loosen it or tighten that gear, set it back in, but we're going to put that loose, a little bit loose first when it's in the machine, then we're going to start drawing that material in and out to set our tension. We sometimes use our tension here looking at your percentage of load, anywhere between 8, 12, 15, 20%. It's hard to judge unless you use ground bars, which a lot of times we don't. What I like to set the tension is once my bar is in my guide bushing and it comes all the way through the machine, we're going to look at in a minute, I want to be able to just barely spin that bar in there. And if you start feeling any wobble side to side, it's too loose. If it's in there and you can't spin it at all in the guide bushing, it's too tight. Takes experience and a little bit of a feel. And a for sure way to tell if your guide bushing tension is too loose is after you turn your part, like this little brass rivet here we're making, after you turn your part, if your part is egg-shaped, if it's out of round, that's a good indicator that your guide bushing tension is too loose. So I'm going to pop this back in so we can get ready for production after the video. But let's move on, look at something else. I hope you guys can see this okay. This is our main spindle, and our bar is in through here, and it will travel in, and our guide bushing is in there. So this is our main collet that goes back and forth. I'll jog it a little forward so you can see. This moves back and forth, and it brings the material in and out of the guide bushing as it machines. And we got about 7-inch stroke on this particular machine. Just that main spindle. We'd set the tension on here as well. There's 2 toggles and an adjustment screw to set the tension for our main spindle. So here's our bar feed, and this section here is what I would call the bread and butter. I can't run it because we have our interlocks on the door to shut it, and you can't really see well, so I'm going to try to explain it. This here is a pusher collet. This collet moves freely. It's on a little bearing system. Here's our bar stock that we're running. This section here, this a little, kind of like a little pointed finger of tool steel. Our bar goes into our pusher collet, and it's an automatic thing the bar feed does. This finger will come down, it'll clamp down on the bar, raise it up to its center point because there's one underneath it as well, and then our pusher collet will move over. Pusher collets are very popular in sliding headstock Swiss applications. The bar feed pusher collet will grab on to the bar, and then once the bar feed's in automatic, as our collet goes back and forth, the bar feed is in sync with the movement in Z. That is critical. That's why you have to have your bar feed in automatic mode while running. That is how the bar feed works. The pusher collet must be attached to the bar at all times, or there's no bueno. So that's a basic rundown of the bar feed. In manual mode, it's just like other bar feeds. You can take the bar out, put the bar in, but in auto mode, when you're getting ready to load up a bar, this finger clamps down, this bar feed collet pushes in, grabs around the bar, same thing like a collet, it's spring steel, pushes around the bar, and when it's in auto, it stays in sync. So where the machine goes in Z, that goes in Z. Excellent, excellent tech. We're actually gonna try to load a bar real quick. Let's see if we can get over there in time. Hopefully you can see. Check for a bar. It's gonna load a new bar in. Pusher's gonna come up, push it forward. Now watch the fingers. Clamp, boom, pusher is on. Bar is proceeding to go in machine. We got lucky. One other question that I was asked both in the comments and a DM, which feel free to find me on Instagram, shoot me a message. I get to them as I can, and I don't mind at all, although there's a lot in there that I still have to respond to. But one other question that I received, that's a great question. Do we run oil or coolant? Every machine that I've been on Swiss-wise, which has been about 10 or 12 years of working on Swiss in different capacities, and I know a lot of people that do, has always been oil. Now, what I've heard, and it makes sense to me, I'm gonna go with it. There's a lot of different internal components in the slides, the ways, the ball screws, the bearings, that the oil will help to keep the machine maintained and lubricated to prevent rust or corrosion. And I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna go with it, it makes sense. But with that being said about the oil, you have a tendency of getting oil mist that you don't have with coolant. It's a little bit of a different beast. So we have a mist collector. And those, they work okay. As long as the filters are clean, the filtering mechanisms are clean, they work okay. But to answer that question, I've never known of a shop that runs Swiss that runs coolant. If you have or you do or have something to contribute to that, leave a comment below. So there you go. Guide bushing, bar feed, coolant, couple other things with the collet. Excuse me. I hope to address any questions that I did receive. If there's something that I haven't covered that you're interested in, let me know. Shoot a comment below. Find me on Instagram, yada, yada, yada. Do you want me to make more Swiss content? programming, operation, tooling, so on and so forth? If so, same thing, leave a comment. So signing out for this video, this is Luke with Crusader Machining. I really enjoy making these videos. I hope you guys enjoy them too. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I also got a free ebook. You could check out. There's a video there's a lunch bell. There's a free ebook I made. You can find me on Instagram. It's linked in that bio, or you can find the video on my YouTube. Thanks again for watching. Leave a comment. What do you think? What do you want to see about as far as Swiss, or did this cover it all and you're now a master? Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.